guy when the miles go by. There ain't too much that I'm missing. I got a wife with a frying pan, and when she talks, I'll listen. Oh, you know it. I'm the king of the road, she's the queen of the house, and it may not be a palace, but it sure beats a load by the side of the road. Broke down south of Dallas. Yeah, it sure beats a load by the side of the road. Broke down south of Dallas. Thank you very much. Thank you. We've got our loyal audience here tonight. Table for one. Steve, what's your last name, Steve? Meeks. Steve Meeks is here as our featured audience guest.
We've got people online from Tennessee, Illinois, Nashville, Vermont. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. See, everyone is in large letters. He wants you to
emphasize that?
Yes. Okay. Our technical engineer, producer, Matt Riney, he writes these things on the screen, so we will say them properly, put the proper emphasis on the correct syllable. So we say, welcome, everyone. Yeah. All right. And as I said, to all our YouTube subscribers and listeners, we urge you to push the like button and join up, subscribe. Now, what's the advantage of doing that, Tanya? Why don't you explain to them?
I don't know.
Keep up.
Don't you want to be liked?
Yeah, but it's also to keep up. We keep them informed of all the
what's coming
upcoming gigs. Yeah, right. You're a musician. You got a gig. Ho! Man, you and I cotton. But
okay.
We appreciate all the tips that you will be sending us. We appreciate it, and that you have sent us in the past. But we live off of those now. As you know, I was making a joke about it, but it really isn't funny. Musicians have got it really rough right now because of this pandemic nonsense, and so we encourage you to go to PayPal and Venmo right there on your screen. The link is in the chat, and we thank you for all those donations. What can we do here? Now? See, he's written something and then he turned it right off.
Quit looking
I
at
didn't
that.
see.
Just
well,
go
that's
on.
my prompter. I need my teleprompter.
No, you don't. No,
yeah.
You're getting too dependent on that.
Yeah,
you're going to get on the live stage and you're not going to know what to say.
Yeah,
you're going to be looking for a
down.
prompter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Just wing it.
All right.
Like we always do.
Well, we've got some requests up on the board as usual. We're anxious to answer those requests. I'm a little stuffed up tonight. Maybe I can just blow it all out. I think Stephen Dern wanted to hear Freedom Machine.
He requested that Wednesday and we didn't have time.
So let's go ahead and answer that for Stephen. Here it is. She's long and lean. She's my freedom machine. She's pretty, she's fast, and she's tough. First time I ever seen my little freedom machine, I knew I had to have that dreamy cream puff. So I saved up my money for a long, long time, for the day I could make those little wheels whine. Now she's sitting in the driveway, she's mine, all mine, my mean little freedom machine. Every time I make this scene, in my freedom machine, Everybody wants to go for a ride. I was talking about the motor, the pretty paint job, and all the chrome running down the side. Now I finally got the freedom that it always seemed so hard to get a hold of when I was 16. Now I'm making up for a few lost dreams of my little freedom machine. Feeling this free. It take me back to the days when I was just a kid in my teens. Living plastic model toys was as close as I could get to ever having my own freedom machine. Now the world looks like a little kinder place, with a motor running cool and the wind in my face. Even when I take it easy, man, she still wants to race my mean little freedom machine. She's long and lean, she looks real mean, a fantasy on wheels and my childhood dream. Now I'm seeing all the freedom I ain't never seen in my mean little freedom machine. In my mean little freedom machine. In my mean little freedom machine. Freedom machine. Yeah. There it is. By request. Glad you enjoyed that, Steve. And that's for another Steve, right? That's,
yeah.
Okay.
Steve Dern, I think.
And Steve Dern.
Okay,
we hope you enjoy that, Steve, and we're glad you enjoyed that, Steve, as well. Of course, we've got another request on here for a fella who, was it Virtual Piano Man who requested the long walk back to San Antone? Let's see if he says yes. Yes, sir. Well, Virtual Piano Man, thank you for your kind donation to our electronic tip jar, and appreciate that a lot. So let's go ahead and do that whole long walk back to San. It's an inside joke. All right, when you got your thumb out, it is a long walk from anywhere to anywhere, I guarantee you. Long walk back to San Antone for the Virtual Piano Man. Here you are. The Texas sun is blazing and I need a place to rest my weary bones. Whatever got me this far has long since left me out here all alone. And now it sure is a long walk back to San Antone. I tried to take her out of Texas, cause I had to move along. She changed her mind somewhere near Dallas, left me on the highway all alone. And man, it sure is a long walk back to San Antone. hang on. She's gonna head right back to Texas, change her address and the number on her phone. And now it sure is a long walk back to San Antonio. Backtrack, see if I could find a way back home. I couldn't take her out of Texas, so she thinks I gotta make it on my own. Now it sure is a long walk back to San Antonio. Now it sure is a long walk back to San Antonio. And I want to give a big thank you, not just a thank you, a big, Tanya, hold on with the tuning wheel. We got to give a big, let's just give him a big kiss. How about it? Virtual Piano Man, we love you, man. Thank you so much for that kind, generous tip. And that's what keeps us rolling. That's what keeps gas in the tank and food on the table. And it means a lot to us. So feel free to order up another helping of something. And we will try and accommodate your request. Whatever you want to hear, you just name it. All right, now we've got one here. A special request from Luminous Grin. Remember we had Luminous Grin last week. Whoever Luminous Grin is, maybe a friend of Virtual Piano Man, who knows? And Luminous Grin wanted any song from Tanya. So Tanya, I think you're on, darling.
B string gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do Handyman.
You don't want to do that?
No, because you.
No. Oh, well, I'll do it right this
Oh,
time.
no, that's okay.
I was experimenting. Let's go ahead and do it.
Do that old damn
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is one we had a request for last week, and we just kind of stumbled through a little bit of it. And Tanya has since brushed up on it. It's one from her album.
We still might stumble through some.
Yeah, but they don't care. They just want to hear it.
We're gonna give her a.
Let me plug that album real quick.
Do you have one? Yeah, I brought it. Oh, good. Good for you. Oh, there's a glare. There you go. Sorta. Oh, points for you, my love.
You see the back of the cover, you see she's got the spotlight on her, and I've been sort of darkened out.
And that's called Meet the Misses.
Yes, Meet the Misses. Very original title there. And I don't think they heard a word I said. I was up there without a mic, but maybe it's just as well. But you can order that album on our website. It's a really good record. And Tanya was listening to it today to brush up on this song, and she played a couple of the other songs on there and forgot how good it.
Yeah, somebody requested. What was the duet that we did on there?
Yeah, His and Hers.
His and Hers. Yeah, that was good. Maybe
You forgot how good that record.
I did.
Yeah.
Hadn't heard it in years.
Maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. It's called Someday You Gonna Want Me to Want You, Baby.
Yeah, I said that to an old beau one time.
Yeah, what happened?
He dumped me, and then a year later, he was back on my doorstep.
Begging, please, Maddie, please.
I sent him packing, though.
I said, Maddie.
I said, I got me a man now. Real man.
Yeah, who was he?
That was you, baby.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad that
you were a lot more
out.
fun. Okay, where were we?
I don't know. I was gonna tell the story about, please, Maddie, just give me one
that's
rib.
Okay. Save it.
No, your doctor says you got high blood pressure. I ain't giving you nothing. Get out of here.
Please, Maddie, please. The guy's begging for a rib from Maddie. She had a barbecue joint there in Amarillo. And, yeah, so that's where that came from. Woo! All right. Tanya, I'm going to do my best here.
Gonna want me to want you when I'm in love with somebody else. You expect me to be true and keep on loving you, although I'm feeling blue. You think forget you until someday you're gonna want me to want you when I am strong for somebody new. Though you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow, and effort. That's pretty good, honey. Did better than I
Yeah.
did. Thank you.
I don't think I made but one mistake.
I made a couple.
No, I said I don't think I played but one mistake. That was playing the song.
No, you did good.
Thank you. All right, yeah. Well, we got through it and managed to completely answer a request for the one that we got last week for that song. Whoever that was, they may be tuning in right now.
Anyway, that was for Luminous Grin.
Maybe that was, okay, Luminous. Hope you enjoyed that. Can I call you Lum for short?
Loom.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. End Wrench. I like that. Somebody named End Wrench. Yes, he was. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like answering his request right there?
Sure.
You okay to do it? Okay. Well, we're going to do a little duet here that End Wrench requested. This is one I wrote for our
Quit with it.
Get With It album. We've survived the storms of life through all kinds of weather, and we're as close as two sweethearts could be.
But we're a husband and a wife who can't be together. And there's 1,000 miles distance between you and me. 'Cause
I need you here more than I need these tears.
the more you're gone, the more I miss you every day.
Till I'm holding you tight, there won't be nothing right when we're so close, yet we're so far away. And I'm so tired of being alone, I call you on the phone for just a moment. It's like you're right here with me.
And the miles that we're apart, they start breaking my heart. How far away
and how much closer can two sweethearts be? 'Cause I need you here more than I need these tears.
The more you're gone, the more I miss you every day. Until I'm
holding you tight, there won't be nothing right when we're so close, yet we're so far away. You're right there on the ending with me, babe. You follow
I made
me.
it.
Follow me wherever I go. What was that?
Yeah, I made it.
You made it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Last week I was kind of off.
Yeah.
those endings.
Last week was a little rough, but we're beyond that now.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
Hobie Hughes, thank you.
And we are.
And Robert Gandy.
Robert Gandy requested that Sugarfoot Rag by my dear friend Hank Garland. Yes, indeed. And I was going to say a little trivia about the song Freedom Machine. I had recorded Freedom Machine, and it was all ready to go on the album. And I thought, you know what? I think I could remix that, recut the guitar on it, and then remix it, and just make it better. You know, it was on what album was that on? I think it was Long Walk Back album. And guess who I got to engineer the session? Eddie Kramer.
Wow.
Yeah. The record company had no idea. I said, I'm going to get Eddie Kramer to engineer this, you know. And they're like, oh, okay. Pretending like they knew who he was, right? But anyway, Eddie Kramer was the guy who did all the, just about all the Jimi Hendrix sessions. The one, really? I didn't know that. Okay, well, I won't mention that part. But very, very famous rock engineer, and he came all the way over, and I had met Eddie prior to that, and here's the kicker, right? We did this fabulous mix of the song, and I put in a really good, you know, guitar solo and everything on it, and you know, fixed it up real good where it needed to be. And the record company released the original version. It was a total waste of time and money. Spent a fortune, you know, remixing that. And so what you're hearing is not the Eddie Kramer version. It's the original. But hey, whatever. Still a good song. So Eddie, we'll dedicate that to you as well if you're by any chance watching in tonight. Okay.
We had a Lifeguard Larry request.
Oh, we did?
We did.
I didn't see that on the board. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Is she just making this up?
No, I was not.
I don't see it up there. I do want to give a plug to, I believe you, darling. I'm just kidding around. I want to give a plug to somebody we just met. He came in and he said he was a big fan of mine, and he was surprised to see me. We had our picture taken together. And his name is Mark Keith, and he's from Hope, Arkansas, and he's got a radio station that he works at down there, and they play my record. They play traditional country music, and
In
course,
Magnolia, Arkansas.
of course, I play all kinds of stuff. I play, you know, a little bit of everything, but there's a lot of the stuff I do which is considered traditional country, even though I write the songs. They're newer songs, but they sound like older songs. And he loves that, and he said he and the other folks at the station all play my music, and so I want to thank them. It's called KZHE Radio, 100.5 Magnolia, Arkansas. So tune them in when you can. KZHE, Magnolia, Arkansas. Mark, good to meet you, and we had a good time talking about the kind of music we like and what's happened to all of it. Okay. Oh, there it is in big letters. You were absolutely right. Not that I doubted. It's just kind of kidding around, making conversation. So let's go ahead and do that Lifeguard Larry by request. Here it is. Met this gal down by the ocean. She let me use her towel and a suntan lotion. But she was swimming toward a lifeguard and paid no attention to me. Started acting faint and a little winded. Then I saw the lifeguard dive on in. And when he pulled her out, I swear that he winked at me. She's a-getting out the mouth first aid from good old lifeguard Larry. He's the expert at the sea. He's doing his level best. She breathing heavy from her chest, but she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. It's mouth-to-mouth resuscitation got him quite a reputation, but it's only pretty girls that have the emergency. I wish those babes had learned to swim and quit running around for him. In those skimpy suits, there's not much he don't see. They're getting mouth-to-mouth first aid from good old lifeguard Larry, the expert pulling girls out of the sea. Doing his level best. She's breathing heavy from her chest, but she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. Girls pretending to be sick, they got them waiting in line as far as the eye can see. I wish he'd quit picking the flowers and get back up there on his tower and leave one of those pretty bathing babes for me. But no, she's getting mouth-to-mouth first aid from good old lifeguard Larry, the expert pulling girls out of the sea. He's doing his level best. She's breathing heavy from her chest, but she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. No, she don't look like she's hurt too bad to me. No, sir.
You tricked me.
No, that was right. I just wanted a little boom, little cymbal crash there on the guitar. As you know, Tanya Rae Brown right here is my entire band, my whole orchestra right there. And it's worked out pretty well, I gotta say. We were a little skeptical when we started doing this, like we had any choice, right? But thanks to Matt Riney making it possible, we have been able to bring you these live stream shows, and it's been our whole livelihood. I heard I was listening to the radio the other day. I'm not going to say which station it was because I absolutely hate the station, but but they had an interesting story on there about musicians and what's become of them, and these club owners, these theater owners and so forth have just, they've been struggling to pay the bills and hold on. They've had like maybe 1 or 2 shows in a year, and there's no national guidelines to, some states will allow 25%, some other states will allow 50%. And there's no way anybody could try and book a tour. You can't just go to some state somewhere and play a show. Usually you have to play things along the way, and then along the way back to pay for your expenses and make it all worthwhile. And there's no template for how to do that. And so they were
right,
talking.
because of 25 people, they can't pay as much as you've got 50 people, and it
Yeah,
varies.
You're trying to make some sort of
yeah.
some sort of a plan on how to book a tour or something, and so it's just become really virtually impossible. And some of these stories from some of these musicians are really heartbreaking. This guy was talking about how he went to hear one of his favorite singers down there in Austin, Texas, and she was just tearing it up, singing great, and had her band playing along. And there was hardly anybody in there. Not because she wouldn't draw the people.
Yeah, just they didn't have.
Well, they wouldn't allow him. And he went out of there crying. He was actually in tears. He left the place. And these people, they're trying to pay their bills. They're trying to hold on through, I guess, government assistance of some kind. I don't know. And a lot of them just haven't been able to. And if there's another year of this crap, I mean, there's just no way. So, we get back to playing live shows again. There may not be very many places at all to play. So that's very scary. And I'm not trying to bend anybody's heartstrings, but I just want to thank everyone for being generous to us as they have. And they've been very kind to us and allowed us to keep making a living and not just have to sell our house and all that other stuff that other musicians are having to do. Very scary. And Venmo and PayPal. This is a commercial, folks. Dig into that pocket, pull out that credit card, and we do appreciate your kind donations. All right, let's cut the chatter and get back to these requests. Oh, somebody wanted to, I wonder if that's the same person. It's got to be, wanting to hear the Hula Hands, lovely Hula Hands, Hawaiian standard that we recorded many years ago. Peelin' Taters. I wonder if was that Cheryl Carson who wanted to hear that? That might be Cheryl wanted to hear Peelin' Taters. And Sugarfoot, we did Sugarfoot, okay. And then there's one for 409. This great all-purpose cleaner, folks. It is just
you can't find it anymore.
No, I didn't. I think the 409 they're referring to is the video that I did with the Beach Boys, which has gotten a lot of interest over the years. We did this back in the 90s sometime, right? And it was one of their early songs. It might have been on their first album. I think it was. And they came to Nashville and wanted to do an album with the stars of I say country music, what they were calling country music. But there's some great songs on there, with a lot of talent on this album, and I was one of I don't know how many videos they made from the album, but I know the one with me was one of them, of course, and they even had me on the cover of the original album, the press release of the album, the advance release of the album had me with Brian Wilson's arm around, with all the Beach Boys and Brian's arm, and I lost that thing. I gotta find that somewhere in my.
I'm sure it's down in the basement.
Well, I don't know. I've been looking and looking and looking. So if anybody sees that, it's on River North Records. It's I will pay. I would pay quite a bit to get a copy of that with that picture with the Beach Boys on the cover. And yeah, so let's go ahead and do that for the request. I think this is one requested last week we didn't get a chance to do. Of course, I don't do it very well without the Beach Boys behind me. But
we're missing 3 harmonies.
Yeah, 3 harmonies, and it's kind of a harmony type song, as many of their songs are. Most of their songs are. So here we go. She's real fine, my 409. She's real fine, my 409. My 409. Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. Before I knew there would be a time. Giddy up, 409. That I would buy a brand new 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Nothing can catch her, nothing can touch my 409. 409. when I take her to the track, she really shines. Giddy up, 409. She always turns in the fastest time. Giddy up, 409. My four-speed dual quad positive traction 409. Hey! Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Nothing can catch her, nothing can touch my 409. 409. 409. 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409. Complete with a steel guitar attempt. And the reason, well, I tried to do a little steel guitar jam on there and wasn't quite as successful as I'd hoped, but I did that on the record with them in the video. Video was the record. We were just lip syncing it. And the reason I did, I'm going to give you a little quiz. Why do you think the reason is I chose to do a steel guitar solo on there instead of a guitar solo?
Because you want to be different.
Different than what?
Than the original.
That's right. I just thought, the stock, everybody expects it to be like, which is good. I like the way, Carl Wilson and Al Jardine played those leads. They were this is Chuck Berry influence. If you want to know about where the Beach Boys came from, it's basically Carl liked Chuck Berry and Brian liked the Four Freshmen, the harmonies. So you put those harmonies together with the rock and roll of the Chuck Berry stuff, and that became the Beach Boys. It's very interesting. But who was that? Who was that first guitar? Richard Marx. I think Richard Marx may be back with them now. He was also one of the early lead guitar players on their first album. And so I like what I was saying was I like that style. I like the way they played it, and of course, but it's predictable, and I wanted to do something different. So I played the steel solo on there. It came out pretty good. Surf steel, hot rod steel.
I've always found you've been anything but predictable.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and I like that.
I
like that about you.
Well, thank you, darling. I just, of course, this instrument, this is called the Git and steel, and that's my own idea too. So I've always tried to do things that are not just different to be different, but different in a way that would help me with what I need and actually make something different and better because of the difference, not just to be different. Okay? I mean, otherwise I could be putting some like a punk rock group with a frisbee on the head. Well, it's different, but is it cool? Well, it's all relative, I guess. Okay, that's enough. She's trying to pull me out. Whoa, we got some merch here. I think it's time to do a little a commercial for some merch.
Very good.
Yeah,
We've got the junior T-shirt that he's standing in front of, and
okay, let's do another. See how it is when you're interrupted? Yeah, it doesn't feel too good, does it? Yeah. Go ahead.
And then you have
wait. We interrupt this commercial for a slap.
Boop.
Oh.
Okay. Junior and the U is
I'm getting silly here.
Steel. And then we have the guitar player cover T-shirt, and then we have the actual Get Steel on one, and then we have a Junior Brown T-shirt. So, and then we have ball caps and the CDs.
Okay,
so,
give me a real slap.
No, I'm not going to give you a slap.
Come on.
Okay. Because I love you so good.
It's getting corny in here.
Okay,
now.
What are we going to play now?
I don't know, but the screen went away. The
That's
top
okay.
tipper will receive
a CD and a poster.
The poster's not here.
Well, it's supposed to be.
supposed to be.
All right, what do you want to do? Joe
Well,
the singing janitor.
Oh yeah, we've got Luminous Grin wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot of
Let's do
viewers tonight. Looks like, and if I don't quit cutting up here, I might lose some of them. So let's get back to the music. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of viewers. Okay, now what was I going to answer
Joe
the
the singing
question?
janitor.
Okay. You heard about the singing brakeman. You might have seen a singing cowboy too. I'm Joe the singing janitor. I'm at a theater near you. I'll also be appearing at the concert you'll be hearing, but I won't be a singing with a band. I'm Joe the singing janitor, cleaning up for the folks, getting by the best I can. I'm in your schoolroom, your pool room, your office, and your home. I always give you service with a smile. Most folks never think that a janitor needs a little kindness once in a while. Well, I really don't care if you think I'm a square with my hat down to my shoes. I'm Joe the singing janitor. So go easy on a guy trying to make life easy for you. Well, the school kids like to have a laugh on me with their spitballs and chewing gum mess, making fun of my cornball singing voice and the real square way I dress. Well, I'm gonna sing a song in the principal's office, well, they better respect an old man. I'm Joe the swinging janitor, working hard for the kids, getting by the best I can. Well, if a broomstick was a microphone, I could show you all a thing or two. But I ain't on the stage, just a dirty old floor, and I got a lot of work to do. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I carry that bucket with pride. I'm Joe the singing janitor. Yeah, I'm the man behind the mop. I make everything sparkle and shine. I'm in your schoolroom, your pool room, your office, and your home, and I always give you service with a smile. Most folks never think that a janitor needs a word of kindness once in a while. But I really don't care if you think I'm a square from my hat down to my shoes. Joe the singing janitor. So go easy on a guy trying to make life easy for you. Yeah, go easy on a guy trying to make life easy for you. There it is. By request. I don't know who requested that. But whoever did, I hope you enjoyed it. Shout out to Ken Anderson. Has a real janitor watching tonight. Okay, well that's for all the hard-working folks that make this country go, and we don't want to forget about the hard-working men and women. I think that's one of the things that we're having a real problem with in this society these days. We forget about the people who work the hardest for us. So that's a big salute to Joe the singing janitor. All right, let's see what else we got here. Luminous requested it, I think he said. Was that right?
Yes, Gran, yes, that was correct.
Okay, Luminous, you're starting to push it. I'm kidding. We're here to please, and we appreciate those requests because it gives us an idea of what to do. A lot of times we get tired of playing the same old set list all the time, so it helps us out doing a little variety. And of course, songs that I've written when you request, that's an extra pat on the back for me because it tells me that you have enjoyed the songs that I've written over the years and the many albums that we've recorded and released. All right, well, speaking of songs that have been good for us, this one was real good for us. Won us some awards and so forth, and kind of was at a time in our career when we were on Hamburger, and it sort of put us into the steak category. So, as Bob Wills said, he got us off Hamburger and put us on steak. Hope you enjoy it. My request. It's good to see you, baby. It's been a long, long while. We're both a whole lot older and seen a lot of miles, but things are really different now since the good old days. And you've been in some trouble since we went our separate ways. We'll have to say hello maybe some other time instead, 'cause you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. Somebody spread the rumor that you had lost your life. At least that's the way I heard it and what I told my wife. Now here you're showing up again and dog is getting round, and I can see that one of us will have to leave this town. If you think that I want trouble, then you're crazy in your head, 'cause you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. He's here. Caller wrote me just up and disappeared. What happened, where you been for all these years? Trouble's what you're looking like, 'cause trouble's where you been. And I can see that kind of trouble you could get me in. You better pay attention to every word I said, 'cause you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. Baby, I'm glad we got to talk. Well, I'm faithful to my wife, and I don't ever break the law. I don't know where you're headed for, but I know where you've been. We reminisce, now let's just go our separate ways again. Go find another ex, sweetheart, to hang around instead, 'cause you're wanted by the police, and my wife thinks you're dead. What's that? Here they come now. I said you're wanted by the police and my wife thinks you're dead. All right. That one came out pretty well. Of course, we usually do that every night because it's one of the ones, as I said, that was really good for us. I wrote that song in 15 minutes, probably the quickest I ever wrote a song. I got the idea from my mother, who had said, well, you know, most of your friends are either in jail or dead, your childhood friends. We were talking about back after I'd grown up, and in jail or dead. Thanks, Mom. But that got me thinking, kind of got me off on that way of thinking about a song. And in this case, the gal had been in jail, and my wife thought she was dead. But I just had the title. I thought the title was great. My wife thinks you're dead. And I went to the Continental Club. We were the house band at the Continental Club in Austin, Texas for many years. And Sunday nights we played there. And I got up there and said, here's one called My Wife Thinks You're Dead. And everyone just applauded and laughed. So I know that title alone would almost write the song. And it did. And it's just 15 minutes I had it. You remember that?
Oh, I remember very well, yes. Carol and I walked in the door, and you were just finishing up and played it for us, and we just looked at each other and went, wow.
Yeah, everybody's always some things just work, and that was one that always did. Okay, let's see what we got. Thank you to Chris
Clarenbaugh.
Thank you, Chris.
Or Clarenbaugh.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate all the folks tipping tonight on PayPal and Venmo. Right there, the link is in the chat portion of your screen. Little chat room. Is that a chat room?
Yeah,
or is
chat room.
Where you can talk to other people?
Yes.
And that's how you tip also.
Yes.
There's
a link there. There's a,
Why is it in the chat part?
Where else would you put it?
I don't know anything about computers.
Okay.
I'm a guy.
Matt said we'll show you sometime.
I'm a guy
who likes to party.
Just play music.
Not really.
No, I don't like to party much anymore. This is my party, and I'll cry if I want. And I'll cry if I want. I'll make stupid jokes if I want to. Yeah, because this is a party, and we enjoy entertaining you twice a week. Saturday, unless otherwise notified, Saturdays and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. So be tuning us in whenever you can. And we're going to have, I think we're going to be playing next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And then are we going to have a couple of shows where we're going to have to cancel?
We'll be here next Saturday also.
So it'll be Wednesday and Saturday.
Yes.
And then after that,
we'll skip a Wednesday.
We'll have to skip it at least a Wednesday.
Yeah, after Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. Do you have a Valentine?
Well, not yet, but I will.
I do.
Oh, will you be my Valentine?
I was thinking about Miles and Caroline.
Oh, okay. Miles and Caroline are our grandkids. And
the two littlest ones.
They'll probably be sending us Valentines.
Little handprints.
Yeah.
I love those things.
So, anyway, this show is getting very corny.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right.
Hey, I like corn. As long as it's good corn, I like it. We got to do peel and taters.
Okay.
We can't forget that. All right. And I assume it's for Cheryl. I think she wanted this last week.
Maybe somebody else.
Cheryl Carson. All right.
It's one of my favorites. Maybe I requested it.
No, you didn't request it. It wouldn't be up on the board. Matt, do you know who requested peel and taters? And you said almost 800. It just says 700, and I ain't going to say 700 what. But let me know if it's almost 800, okay? Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. If he finds out, he'll put it up. I want to dedicate it to... Well, let's dedicate it to Cheryl anyway.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. We appreciate you, darling. Okay, here we go. Hey, you know when they always go like, tisk, tisk? Well, that's kind of a 50s and 60s thing. Well, what did that mean?
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Mm-hmm. Well, that means peeling taters to me. So, all right. Oh, Steve's taking a picture. Hi, Steve. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the lovely hula hands. Thank you, Big Tiny. Thank you to Big Tiny. Sounds like Big Tiny gave us a tip. And of course, we want to thank everybody, even though we don't have your names up here. We want to thank everybody for the kind tips. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in tune. This hot air in here always throws. Go ahead. Way up. Way up. Yeah, it's going sharp on me. Give me a second. Give me a second. Almost there. Almost there. Yeah, buddy. Still working on it. Yeah. Heat makes the strings go sharp. Cold makes them go flat. Here we go. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the waves in motion, gliding like the gulls over the ocean. Lovely hula hands, Tolima. Lovely hula hands, telling of the rain in the valley and the swirling winds over the valley. Lovely hula hands, Tolima. I can feel the soft caresses of your hula hands, your lovely hula hands. Every little move expresses, so I'll understand all the tender meaning of your hula hand. Fingertips that say aloha. Say to me again, I love you, lovely hula hand. I can feel the soft caresses of your hula hands, your lovely hula hands. Every little move expresses so I understand all the tender meaning of your hula hands. Fingertips that say aloha. Say to me again, I love you, lovely hula hands, Dolly Maradi, your lovely hula hands. Woo! I didn't think that boat was ever going to get off the pier. Okay, there it is, by request. The Irish family, the lovely Irish family, the Hula Hands. Drum roll, please. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, we got a one for, look at there, one from when I wrote for the first album we did, which was 12 Shades of Brown, many moons ago. And when I was a kid, you know, there was 3 channels on the TV, and back shortly after the Civil War. And it was... I don't think we didn't even have an educational channel. Later on, when we moved to New Mexico, we had 3 channels and a 4th channel, which was the educational TV. Yeah, I don't know if it was called that at the time, but anyway. And I used to tune in the Ernest Tubb Show. When I was a little kid, I was not supposed to like that kind of music, but I did. I loved it, and Ernest has been a hero of mine ever since those days. And I've gotten to work with some of his fine band, the Texas Troubadours, over the years. And I wrote this song as kind of a tribute to Ernest, called My Baby Don't... Well, you know what it is. Got a gal that's mighty peculiar. She got a funny state of mind. Though she likes all kinds of singers, she'd only dance to just one kind. She likes to hear Hank moan the blues or Bob Wills' Faded Love. But my baby don't dance to nothing but Ernest Tubb. I wonder why in darnation she got such a strange fixation. She won't ever dance with me unless it's a song by O.E.T. I guess waltzing across Texas must be in her blood, 'cause my baby don't dance to nothing but Ernest Tubb. Take her dancing, but I just don't know what for. 'Cause all she ever dances to is a Texas troubadour. My friend don't understand it, how I ever fell in love with a girl that don't dance to nothing but Ernest Tubb. Wonder why in tarnation she got such a strange fixation. The reason, if I could learn it, why she'll only dance to Ernest. I guess waltzing across Texas must be dance to nothing but earnest tug. Oh, my baby don't dance to nothing but earnest tug. There it is. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. And thank you for whoever requested that. It's a good one. All right. Well, we're getting down to the end of the requests here.
At the end of the show, where we got 11 minutes.
Well, yeah, I guess something like that. I got a star on my car and one on my chest, a gun on my hip and the right to arrest. I'm the guy who's the boss on this highway. So watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way. If you break the law, you'll hear from me, I know. I'm working for the state, I'm the highway patrol. Well, y'all know me when you see me, 'cause my door's painted white, my siren is screaming and my flashing red light. Work all day and I work all night, just to keep it law and order, trying to do what's right. If I write you out a ticket, then you better drive slow. I'm just doing my job on the highway patrol. I'm the highway patrol, the highway patrol. My hours are long and my pay is low, but I'll do my best to keep you driving slow. I'm just doing my job on the highway patrol. If you drive on too fast like you shouldn't do, you can pitch your boots, I'm coming after you. If you want to race, then get on a racetrack. Well, if you try to run away, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm here to keep all those speeders driving slow, just doing my job on the highway patrol. Yeah, I'm the highway patrol, the highway patrol. Hours are long and my pay is low, but I'll do my best to keep you driving slow. I'm just doing my job on the highway patrol. Just doing my job on the highway patrol. On the highway patrol. There it is, highway patrol. Or as they say over in the Southwest, highway patron. He's the boss of that highway. Okay. Yes, indeed. Do we have any other announcements? I want to thank GHS Strings once again for providing us with all the strings that we've used over the years, and we've used a bunch of them, I'll tell you. And Matt Tapp over there at Sabre Cable for making our cables for us, and of course Matt Riney for taking care of all the technical end of everything that we do. Dunlop Industries, Dunlop Incorporated. I don't remember. They used to be called Jim Dunlop. Jim Dunlop was a steel player, as a matter of fact, and he started that company, and they've since shortened the name to Dunlop. But Brian Kehoe over there, and who's the guy at GHS? David.
My mind went blank.
Help me.
Starts with an E.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, David, and thank you everybody for.
And thank you, Collings Guitar, for this guitar.
Collings Guitars, yeah.
It's the only one I've got.
They've given us. Well, they're fixing to give you another one. They might not know it yet. But
I love it.
And of course, Michael Stevens, who made this Get Steel for me, and to
Daniel.
Daniel. He wants to be called Danny Idaho.
Utah.
Danny Utah. Danny Utah for donating it. He paid for it. Yeah. What a nice guy. Talk about a tip. Now there's a tip for you. Yeah. And this one replaces the one that was stolen. It was.
This one replaced
and that replaced the one. Her Martin was stolen, and my red Get Steel. Well, it had been red. It got faded.
Sort of orange.
Kind of a orangish brown. But if anybody sees it out there,
bring it home.
Yeah, let us know through the website because we're still looking for it. Lassie, come home. Big Red, there you go.
Big Red, come home, yes.
Home dog, yeah. Big Red, there was Old Yeller was the first one. And then there's Big Red. And then we had the one that has pedals on it is called Old Bud because it was it was made out of a Showbud steel. So we called that Old Bud. And then there was one that was made as a from Bigsby part, so we call that Big B. And Bob Dylan owns that right now. I gave that to Bob many years ago, and he gave me a gold watch, so it worked out nicely. What else? Was there another one? Well, this one here is called Mean Green. No, what did we call this one?
I don't know.
It's
I don't think we've given it a name.
Old Blue. I think Michael Stevens named
named
this
it.
one, Old Blue. He also named the Old Bud one, so Old Blood and Old Blue. I kind of like Mean Green better. All right. And that's the family of Get Steels that we've created over the years. Okay, Hang Up and Drive for Big Tiny. This is for you. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up and drive. Get off of that telephone. 'Cause you all over the road and you ain't looking where you're going. All you do is a yakety yak, and you ain't looking where you're at. Come on and hang up and drive. Get off of that telephone. I mean, I just about had it. With all the gizmos and the gadgets. Like that warm electric pillow you got pushed up tight against your head. You got some good communication. You ain't got no concentration. Baby, look like you can use all the good advice that you can get. So honey, hang up and drive.
Get over that
telephone. You've been all over that road and you ain't looking where you're going. All you do is a yakety yak. You got no way to watch your back. Come on and hang up and drive. Get off of that telephone. Babe, you look like you've been napping. The way you're driving when you're yapping. It's a big responsibility trying to drive that automobile. I can see that you're not thinking straight. You took that fella's parking space. that thing up to your face. You act like you asleep at the wheel. Honey, hang up and drive. Get off of that telephone. 'Cause you all over the road and you ain't looking where you're going. All you do is a yakety-yak. A Ford or a Chevy, Toyota or a Cadillac. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Get off that telephone, boys and girls, and get back to the real world. Heads up, hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. That includes texting. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. I'm griping about your Skyping. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Your Twitters is giving me the jitters. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Your Pinterest is of no interest. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Your Snapchat ain't where it's at. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Your hashtag is a drag. Hang up and drive, get off of that telephone. Your Tinder just caused a fender bender. Get off of that telephone. So be a little humbler with your Tumblr. Get off of that telephone. 'Cause you can't look when you're on Facebook. Your Instagram just caused a traffic jam. Oh my goodness. Hang up and drive. Get off that cellophane. Cellophane, it's a piece of plastic either way. Put it down and drive, please. There it is. Hang up and drive that car. All right. Well, I think it's about time for us to hang up and say goodnight until Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central. So we will see you then. Thanks again for the kind tips, and we do appreciate those so much, and we're glad I think we got to answer all the requests tonight.
I think we did.
Including this one coming up, which is it's one that we put on. It's kind of a medley of some, we call it surf medley, but it's an actual old rock and roll stuff. They didn't used to call it surfer music back then. That's something that's kind of a new name for a type of rock and roll that was out at a certain time that sort of sounded surfy, you know. Some of it was, but a lot of it wasn't called that at the time. But all you got to do is turn the reverb up and put the treble up high. you got the surfer sound. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the folks? We'll say something while I adjust my.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. God bless you, and we will see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time Noki Edwards came on our bus one night? You weren't around. And me and Noki Edwards stayed up all night playing these songs.
Yes, you told me.
I think I did tell you. From dusk till dawn, we played every surf song we knew. Noki Edwards is, of course, well known for having been one of the Ventures, the lead guitar player of the Ventures. And, of course, we knew all the Ventures. They're great folks. Still are. We lost a few of them over the years. We're dedicated to our good friends, the Ventures, all right? originally done by the Shantays. Pipeline. Secret.
Agent man.
No.
Aging man.
Secret aged man.